hi, and welcome, hi.
What is up, boys and girls? So, today I went to go get my car because my, I don't know how to put this, I guess ex now is getting a divorce. So, I don't know why, but I feel like really amazing and so happy for some reason. But so I had some issues with the car and tried to tell me that I couldn't take my own car that I paid for. And yes, I know that you were on the title, but I asked you for the title months ago for a reason. I removed you from the title and showed that I actually paid for this car. So you're not keeping my car. No, thank you. See, look at that. That's my sexy baby. So anyways, I decided to splurge on for myself and went out to Harbor Freight and got some new tools. Lots of new tools. I spent like $300 there just a minute ago. Got more. And I got like a bunch of them. So I'm going to unload the truck. Go ahead and get it all set up because that's where I'm working at right there. Underneath some nice trees in Harvey. And I ain't going to have no issues. So, and plus, you know, there's cameras here. So, anyways, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to start unloading this truck and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so as you can see, got a brand new jack, so that way I'm not depending on anybody else to borrow their jacks and whatnot. No more of that. So I bought my own jack, got a couple old floor stands, whatever. And then this is new, this is new, this is new, this is new, those are new, that's new, old sockets, this is new, and that's an old socket. Now, I'm in the process of replacing that. That's what's wrong with my car. This is for the 95 model because of the pressure and everything else. I'm guessing because it's all set for a certain year. So this is for a 95. The one that's on the 95 block is a 98. So yes, this is the 95. I have to replace it, which is fine because I got brand new bolts and everything coming, so that way I can torque it down to the spec that it needs. Thank God I already know what that is. It took me forever. Got my light bar hooked up. I went ahead and just stuck it on the speaker box. That's for when people are behind me with their brights on or up my ass. I can say, hey, get off of me. So I'm good with that. But the only reason why I got the trunk open is because the only way for me to unlock the car is to actually climb in the trunk and then unlock the car. Because my keys don't work for the door handles, but it works for the trunk. So I don't know why it does that. It's weird. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up and then I'll be back in a minute. So I got everything set, ready to go. Got the jack underneath there. I'm glad I got a low profile jack. It went underneath there just fine. It is jacked up a little bit. Got the tire on loose or undone, so that way the passenger side can go ahead and come out. But before I put this on jacks, I actually wanted to show you guys. Oh, and if you can tell, I extended the air filter. So to believe it or not, with me doing that, I actually noticed that I was getting more power. So that's an A+. So before I put it on floor jacks, I'm going to show you guys how low this car looks now with the new shocks. I know you guys seen pictures, but those are pictures. So here we go. But that's how low the car is with those new shocks. So it's like amazing how low that is, and that's just perfect. But the front fender and everything, as you can see right there, it needs to be sanded down, fixed up, cleaned, and also the wide body kit, I'm actually going to lower it down a little bit more so that way it can just cover the tire, like the back. As you can see, even the back is, it's really low. You can see that. So these new shocks that I put on here, I love them. I haven't had no issues with them, and they look really great. Definitely makes my car look a lot better since now it's lowered. Since everybody was getting on to me for that, about lowering the car, well, there you go, everybody. It's lowered. I don't want it like super low. That's perfect the way it is, because like I said, I still want to be able to get those speed bumps. I still want to be able to get out of my driveway. I don't want no issues being stuck on something. So, and as you can see, it's actually getting really nice here in Marquette, and it's beautiful. That's a little bit of snow, but it's actually really nice today. It's about almost 60 degrees. So I'm gonna shut up now, since you guys already seen how low the car looks. I'm gonna go ahead and jack up the front, put the front stands on or underneath the car, and then come in the back and jack up the back and put the floor jacks down, and then go ahead and start taking everything apart in the front of the car or on the motor, and then either put it in my buddy's truck or put it in my trunk. I don't know. And plus on top of that, I got plenty of space in the back. So that's got to be replaced. That's what I have to do. So anyways, I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. So before I move on, there's what it looks like so far. The old head is off. There is, looks like oil and gas. It might be just a little bit of radiator fluid. So this is all set. As you can see, the timing's set on this so far. I still have to take off the power steering thing, whatever, and I also have to undo the alternator belt, and then take the belts off, take this off, take this bracket off that holds this, and then undo this so I can get to this bracket and undo it, and then I can lower it, go ahead and reset everything down there, get it all situated, and then whatnot. But that's all taken care of. And of course I still have to remove that. I did remove the front bumper because it's easier to actually reach into certain places where I need to get to. So that's all taken care of. There it is right there. As you can see, this is brand new. I just bought this not long ago, and you can see how much it's already destroyed. I mean, I could probably still use it, but I'm not going to, because I already got a new one coming with new bolts and everything else. So that's out. Like I said, this was the wrong one, so this does not go with that block. So I got the 98 or the 95 one in the back of the trunk, already cleaned. It already went to the machine shop. All I gotta do is just replace it and call it good. Like I said, this one was pretty bad. As you can see, yeah, my other one was super clean. This is really bad. I'm thinking it's because this is set for a certain pressure. I'm not for sure. I could be totally wrong. I could be totally wrong where you guys can just take this and put it on the different model. I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking, because I don't know what else is going on with it besides this. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch them out. I'm not going to do that today though, because like I said, I'm still waiting on the parts, and then when they get here, then I'll be able to put the other one on. I have to take that off and take that off. You know, all of this has to come off, put on the other one, transfer it to the other one, and then go ahead and put it on there. So that is finally done. That only took me 2 hours to do, to undo that. Undo all the wiring, everything in here, unbolt everything, take the front off, and also jack it up. And the tire is on loose, so I could just pull that off. So I did this in 2 hours. A lot of people were asking me how long it takes me to do this. Really and truly, if I got up at 7 and started working on it at 8, I could be done with it by the end of the night. That's including taking it all apart, putting in new head gasket, and then putting the head back on, putting everything back together, and starting it up all in one day. So that's a good thing and whatnot. So these pistons look good, and the ones down there, they just need to be cleaned off a little bit. And the walls look perfect. They're not scratched or anything, so that's good. So that's an A+. And then, like I said, the driver's side, I ain't gonna mess with the driver's side, just mostly the passenger side, so I can get to the crank pulley and whatnot, so I can pull that off and then go ahead and lower it, or whatever, take off the power steering and unloosen the alternator, because you don't have to take that off, and then undo the 2 bolts up there for the mount, and then this bolt right here as well, so you can pull this off. And then you want to jack it up to pull this bolt off, and the one below it. There's another one down there that holds this bracket. And then for the one down there, the one that everybody has trouble getting to, that's actually pretty simple. All I do is actually jack it all the way down, and I'm able to get to it and pull it right out. So it's pretty simple, pretty easy. I know a lot of people have issues trying to get that bolt out and putting it back in. I'll show you guys how to do that when I get to it. But for right now, I think this is all I'm going to be doing for right now. I think I might want to take this bracket off before I leave, and then probably come over here. Well, I'm getting caught up. Come over here and probably remove the tire and putting it underneath the car, or putting it in my buddy's truck so it doesn't get stolen. But as you can see, I'm already there. So I'll be right back. I'm going to remove that, and then I'll be back in a minute. Okay, everybody, so I got both heads in the truck, so I can go ahead and swap out everything. I'll do that at home. I removed the alternator, or the power steering, and the alternator belt still needs to be loosened up, but it's getting a little chilly out, and I'm done for today. So when I come back tomorrow, before I go to work, I got to take this bracket off, unloosen the alternator belt, and then put my jack underneath there and jack it up just a little bit, and then go ahead and undo these 2 bolts, drop it down, and then take the pulley, crank pulley off, pull that off, and then set everything up. And hopefully my parts and everything comes tomorrow, so that way I can go ahead and put it all back together tomorrow and get it all taken care of. Also, the passenger side tire is removed, and axle, as you can see right there, there's the axle. All that's removed. You don't have to take all this crap off. You just basically take your tire off, put your nuts back on here, so that way your rotors and shit not come off, even though they're not going to, because your brakes or your calipers. And then you just pop this out, and then of course you're gonna do your wishbone, and then undo your lower arm control from there into the wishbone on the shock. And then what you do is you put your jack up underneath here on the oil pan, and then just lower it. You can see I can get to mine. I just unbolt it, and then put your crank pulley tool on there, and then pull this right off, and that's all you do. And then you just basically jack it back up. I mean, you don't really need to take all this off, or the driver's side. You don't need to take all that off. You don't need to undo that bracket. I do anyways. I undo those 3 bolts that holds that bracket right there. That way it can lower it down even more, and I can also raise it up more. The only one that I keep on is this one for the transmission, so that way I can just lower it and raise it back up, call it good. Other than that, that's pretty simple. And just like like I said, on the driver's side, you don't have to take all that off. Most people do. I don't. And then for the thing down here, oh my lord, I can't even talk right now, but that's taken care of. It's just hanging here, so I don't really take all that off, because like I said, there's no point of taking almost everything off the car. You can do all this pretty easy. So yep. So anyways, everybody, that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and close up everything and then call it good. So other than that, I am going to go home because, like I said, it's getting a little chilly. I mean, it's beautiful, but it does still get cold here. It's not like 100% summer, but it's getting there. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. It's been a while since I did any videos. It's because of a lot of other bull crap going on. So other than that, everybody, I love you guys. I love you all. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you're new and you're watching, please hit that subscribe button. That would be very, very helpful. Other than that, peace out, everybody.